Hey, nephew.
Hey, Auntie. How you doing?
You already know. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. So I'm gonna remind you, when
Mm-hmm.
I interviewed you for the Underground Railroad, I said then if anything ever happened to James Earl Jones, you should pick up that voiceover mantle. And here we are.
Wow.
Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
That really warmed my heart. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I could hear when I interviewed you, I could hear it. I could hear it in your voice. But having said that, how has being a part of The Lion King been for you in this capacity as a pre-story? Because as you may or may not know, I was in The Lion King. I played Shenzi in the stage production.
No
So for
way.
me, yes. So for
Wow.
me, it has a completely different meaning. It's very special to me, but I'd like to know how special it is for you two.
Wow,
I'll let
that's
you start,
beautiful.
Kelvin.
That's beautiful.
Iconic.
Wow. I mean, for me, we've spoken about this a lot. For me, it was an enormous privilege, an enormous blessing to be invited into this family that is part of the telling of the prequel of the original that we know and love. And I feel like, although I initially entered the experience with a considerable amount of fear and nerves, I was able to, thanks to Barry Jenkins, Lin-Manuel Miranda, these phenomenal artists that I got to collaborate with, I was able to transform that into something that boosted me and propelled me forward. And I really utilized the great James L. Jones original Mufasa and that iconic, timeless voice that cannot be matched. That was my guiding light. And I used that as a way to find the adolescent who was not yet there. And also in that is using some of the fear and the nerves in discovering this young lion before he becomes the king that we know and love. So yeah.
I know. And Taka, who knew that it was the other way around? Who knew that Taka was the one that was supposed to be what Mufasa eventually becomes, right?
Right. I think that was the thing that was most exciting to me about the story too, because I was like, we always have these preconceived notions, and we get these Disney villains, and we've just labeled them. We even put them in a whole list in the archives because they categorize them: the princesses, the kings, the villains, and Scar was just sitting there in his lonesome self, being like, "Hey, y'all don't even know my story." So it was really cool, and I looked up the meaning of taka, and in Swahili it has two different meanings. One is trash and one is want. And it was so cool to kind of introduce that dichotomy of like how you can live in this space where people can place one ideal in you depending on how they want to perceive you, or also at the same time is there's just a desire. He wanted to have a brother. He wanted to be recognized. He wanted to be seen. He wanted an opportunity to feel like he had a real purpose. And they just kind of discarded of him in a lot of ways. And it's a lot about nature versus nurture. And it's the way that how we've also as a society have become kind of discarded of Scar as well. So it's been cool to kind of explore all of those themes. And honestly, I'm still shook on the fact that you played Shenzi.
Yeah.
I really want to know more about that, but I'm gonna have to hit you about that offline. I want to know what that experience was
Hit me up.
like.
I tell you all about it.
That's so cool.
But that's my time. I want to close it out by saying Taka is by no means trash, but I'm sure everyone that has any affection for the Lion King in any shape, form, or fashion is going to want to see both of you inhabit these roles.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
That's
much.
so
I
beautiful.
received that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see y'all later.
See you
All right.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.